Welcome back, everyone. We're joined this afternoon by Sparks City Council candidate Kristopher Dahir. Thanks so much for coming in, Kristopher. It's a pleasure to meet you. You are running for Sparks City Council.
Yes.
Give us a little bit of background on kind of what made you want to get involved in this race, and why do you think you'd be a good man for the job?
Well, for quite a few years, I've been wanting to step in and be involved in something of this caliber. And stepping into politics is definitely new for me, but it's been a lot of fun so far. I've been out knocking and everything. My background is I've worked in and with people on the school sector, in the private school. So I've ran and helped run schools for the last about 12 years. And so right here at Excel Christian School, I have been there for the last 4 or 5 years, being the vice principal, and now I've stepped in just kind of helping direct it and help make sure we stay in front of the community and grow and all the great things happening over there.
Okay. And when you think about, kind of playing a more, community leader role, what is it that you would like to see happen for Sparks, or what direction do you see the city going in?
Well, there's a couple of things. One of the big things, one is coming alongside the team of the city council that are in place. I think that's important to have someone who's going to come in and work with who's there. And so I plan on doing that. But on the same note, I have some grand ideas of my own, I'm sure. So as I run forward, I want to make sure that our city is the city where we can have new businesses come in, that we are a city that instead of maybe going, and we love Reno and we love all these other places, but I want them to want to go to Sparks and make sure that we have all of the customer service in place to the best of our ability. Sometimes we do have to say no sometimes, and that's just part of it. But hopefully we can say yes differently as often as possible and make sure we're moving forward. So business is very important. I think we have a window of opportunity, and you talked a little bit about Tesla and stuff, but there's so many opportunities coming our way.
Well, hold that thought. We're going to be right back for a quick break, and when we come back, we'll talk to you a little bit more about some more specifics of what you'd like to see for the future of Sparks.
Thank you.
Stay with us. We'll be right back. We talked a little bit about your background. You've been involved with Excel, the school here in Sparks, and you touched on the fact that you think Sparks can really be a place that businesses should want to come to, and we're caught up in a lot of Tesla excitement right now, but you think there's a lot of other opportunities.
Well, I think the key is to be strategic in all that we do, and so you have to think now and ahead. So it's great that these guys want to come, but we need to make sure everything's in place. So we're making great decisions for today, but it's going to lead into tomorrow and the next. And I do believe new businesses can come in here, but we need to have the right leadership in place. And I do believe with my degrees, I have a master's degree in organizational leadership, and the experience I've had that I can be a big help in making us really look forward and making sure all that stuff's in place.
And you're also a pastor as well.
I've been a pastor for the last 21 years. My wife and I have been married for 21 years. We have a son in college, and we have a young man who's 16, who we're very proud of, and just watching life unfold before us, which kind of brings us to why it's time for me to step into this realm. My kids are going
What made you kind of decide to really push forward and try to become a city council person?
Well, I ended up getting on the citizen board just to look at what was happening behind the scenes, because I've always wanted to be a part of just serving in that capacity. And once I did, I saw, I can help. I can bring something. I'd like to say that I still believe that we can make a difference. I believe that if people get in there and ready to serve, ready to work together on common ground, I strongly believe we can make Sparks, Reno, and the region just a stellar place to live, something that we'd all be very proud of.
All right, Kristopher, thanks so much for coming in.
Thank you so much, Alvin.
When it comes to election time, we appreciate you coming in.
Thank you.
Okay. We'll be right back with a final check on your forecast.